Welcome back to Grimo. This is episode 6. This is the Canadian Grand Prix, and as you can see, starting things off already, we made it into Q3. Oh yeah. Great start on Canada. Of course, like I said in the last episode of Monaco, Canada's a personal favourite track of mine, and of course I'm going to attempt everything in my power to do well here. I'm looking to get potentially a 6th place or higher finish. That's how I want to feel. That's how I want to set myself as a challenge, and I hope I can do it. I mean, Canada's a great track of mine, a personal favourite, and when I've raced here on previous F1 games, I've done well. This is actually one of the first. This time when I was racing around here was the first time I raced around here in F1 2014. So the experience was a little bit different, and I mean, I tried running a little bit of a custom setup for the Toro Rosso because there was going to be rain scheduled for the race, 100% rain. So I decided to go for a little bit more of a wet setup. It's still tasked towards the dry, like right now, but it's a little bit more to the wet, which means I'm better in the corners, but I lack even more straight line speed than this Toro Rosso already lacks. But anyway, yeah, we're in Q3. We've already got a time that's good enough for 9th. But Hamilton's down in 10th. He's going to change that very shortly. Coming through that chicane, touching the walls of Champion. That could have cost us a few tenths. And we're going to come across the line for our best lap, a 1:17.8, which put us down into 10th position. Of course, Hamilton went on to take pole. Not really surprising there, but still, 10th place, I'm going to be happy with that. Because, I mean, it's not exactly going to be the easiest of tasks. Well, it's not easy to get into Q3. And even if it's 10th place, I'm happy with it. So, there we go. We celebrate 10th place right now. Out-qualifying our teammate again, I believe. I can't remember if we out-qualified the Mercedes, the McLarens or not. I can't really remember. We'll find out anyway when we take a look at the grid. But as you can see, full wet tyres on. It is raining outside. And what this means is that there'll be no pit stops in this race. Meaning that there'll be no potential pit stop jumps or scares in the pit stop. It's just all about racing. So, who knows? Anyway, here's the grid. Hamilton, Rosberg, Vettel, Alonso, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Button, Massa, Perez. Soft cheese, so with that I can tell that I did now qualify the Mercedes. Hulkenberg, Raikkonen, Bottas, Sutil, Maldonado, Verne, Gutierrez, Ericsson, Grosjean, Bianchi, Kobayashi, and Chilton. Wait, Ericsson wasn't in last place? Oh, that's odd. Anyway, we are heading out to the grid now, starting at 10th place. That is 5th row of the grid. I'm feeling confident ahead of this race. And I feel as if it's another points position here in Canada if all things go well. And I feel as if it can be better than 10th, certainly. So there we are, starting on 10th. Our teammates starting down in 16th. It's going to be an interesting first lap, to say the least. This first turn is a short straight, and then it leads into tight corners. Anyway, 5 lights. Lights are out, and away we go here in Canada. And yeah, that was pretty shit. Bad start there. Hulkenberg coming down on the inside. The spray is everywhere. Late braking. Massa, well, I think it was Massa tried serving into me. Side by side with Magnussen, going around the outside of a lot of cars now. Went past, I believe that was Ricciardo who got off to a bad start. Went around the inside of Alonso. We're side by side with Alonso right now for 4th place, heading into this first chicane. Well, this rather large chicane, and we outbraked Rosberg as well, who got off to a pretty bad start. We're up into P3. Great start there in this first sector. We're in a podium position. Things are going well, but due to it being the wet, I wasn't able to get the brakes sorted properly, and I took a late braking line, which meant I went across the grass, and now I'm back down to 4th place behind Rosberg. But still ahead of Ricciardo. I'm not sure where Alonso went. I guess he slipped further down. But look at that. This sector, by the way, sector 2 right now is where I struggle a lot with this car. It's very getting on the power early, and the AI can do that, and I just can't. And this hairpin as well. I'm actually good at the hairpin. It's just coming out of the hairpin, as you can see. Well, the Mercedes power just makes him drive away. So he's gone pretty much. The only way we're going to be able to catch him now is the Wall of Champions and the first turn. So as we drive down the straight now, just Rosberg's steam just ahead of us, his backlog of water blinding us. And now we go across the chicane, corner cutting a little bit. Rosberg's going really slow. We're going to come up side by side with him across the line. And we take 3rd place. and we brake late, and there we go. We have got third place back into our control. Bit wide on the way out though, but it's okay. We are able to recollect that and keep ourselves in that third place position. Late break there, across the grass. It's okay, we're not going to get fined for a corner cut because I think it's just as long either way. And as we can see, yeah, I made the same mistake as I did last lap, going wide again, going across the grass, and Rosberg goes past me again as I lose grip on the way out, and he is back into third. And now we're going to cut on to lap 7. Yeah, nothing happened for a lot of time. Rosberg just drove away, and as you can see now, the rain's still pouring just as bad. Like I said, no pit stops because these tyres can do a lot more than 18 laps. We are coming up to the wall of champions. We've gone a bit wide on that. Oh no, we've hit the wall. We've spun out. Alonso's gone past. Ricciardo's gone past. Going to try and pull out now. Massa's there. I think we did just hit Massa. Oh god, there's Massa. Massa just came up in the side and we just crashed right into him. We were on the racing line. To be fair, that is kind of my fault. And we are going to get a drive-through penalty for that. We were down into 6th, but more importantly, we've got a drive-through penalty to serve in 3 laps, or it's 10 seconds added to our penalty, to our time at the end of this race. So here we are now, later into lap 8, we're in 6th, still driving away from Raikkonen. But I had to do it, I couldn't take the risk of taking the drive-through penalty now. And we're going to see where we come out. We're going to see if we can hunt them down. As you can see, we're already down 7th, 8th, 9th. Maldonado's in 10th. Oh god, me taking out Massa I think has resulted in Maldonado going to score some points, which is disgusting. Anyway, we are going to come out, as you can see now. Well, it says we're in 11th, 12th, 13th, but this pit lane is very nice, and I'm back up to 9th. Now, over these next few laps, I edited it out, but we caught up to Button. We would have been 2 seconds of Button. But I went wide on a corner and Button just drove off and I could not catch him at all. As you can see, Hamilton won the race. And I was really annoyed with myself for that crash into the wall. Apologies to Massa, and yeah, I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, here we are, we're going to come home for 9th place. It's a points finish, but it's not a points finish I'm happy of. And it's certainly not a race I'm happy of either. Things went not the way I wanted them to go, and yeah, this was a bad. I really am annoyed with myself for this race. I felt as if that we should have done better. We should have been Ricciardo, maybe even Raikkonen's position. Certainly not down in 9th, but as you can see anyway, I think Hamilton won from Vettel, Rosberg, Alonso, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Button, Softcheese, Maldonado, Grosjean, Suttil, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Gutierrez, Verne, Bianchi, Chilton, Kobayashi, Ericsson, Massa, and Perez being the only retirees. And there is our race incident. Drive-through penalty. And if we look at the Drivers' Championship, we are now tied on points with Valtteri Bottas in 7th. He is in 7th because he has scored more. I think he scored higher finishes than me, which makes him 7th place. And I'm pretty sure I didn't check the Constructors' Championship. No, I didn't. But we're still in 5th place. So, no change there. But I'm very annoyed with myself for this race. As you can see, I'm just sort of sitting there. I'm talking to the engineer. I'm very unhappy. I just want to be alone right now. So, if you guys could politely fuck off. Anyway, yeah, that ends this. I'll see you on Tuesday for Austria. Not Tuesday, Thursday for Austria. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.